Hey, hello!
I'm Dani.
I'm Carrie. Welcome back to introduce our very new segment called What's the Tea? Diamond painting with Carrie and Dani. Cooks with books. And welcome to the Dani and Carrie Show. Like and subscribe, and that's the tea.
Welcome back, or welcome to the Dani and Carrie Show. And this is another segment of
What's the Tea?
Oh,
Excellent. I got water like
Today we are going to be diving into some cozy fantasy novels that we've been reading. We're going to talk about 3 today. And the first one that we're going to talk about is The House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune.
Yes. I actually listened to the audiobook and it was amazing. It almost at first I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it because I found that the narrator, he was a bit too childish and I felt like I was a little kid being read a bedtime story. But after a while, he did such a great job with all the voices that I ended up really getting into it.
Yeah, it's a really nice story about a man named Linus, and he basically is working for this the government, essentially. He's working for the government and he has to go audit an orphanage of magical kids.
Yes.
And
he's like a social worker. Almost.
Yes, exactly. So he is just basically going to check up. He is sent by his supervisors and he has to go just to make sure everything is in tip-top condition. Linus himself is just a normal human. He does not have any powers, but each of the kids that he goes to interview at this orphanage have very special abilities and unique things about them.
Yeah, like one of them is a wyvern. Of all things.
Yeah,
and
there's a gnome.
There's
a sprite.
A sprite. Yeah, I was gonna say sylph, but it's a sprite. And there's also the Antichrist, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And they're all worried about him too.
Exactly,
right?
And I think he's a 7-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And another one is a shapeshifter.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And is that all the kids?
Oh no, there's Chauncey. Nobody knows what he is.
He's like an anamorphous blob. I don't know if that's.
I feel like I've seen pictures and he looks like a slime almost, but with like almost like a slug with the eyes popping out or whatever and tentacles. But yeah, he's so cute and funny. Like he wants to be a bellhop when he grows up. Like he's obsessed with bellhops.
Yeah. So Linus has to travel really far away from his job in the city, and he lives in a place where all the houses look the same and blah blah blah. And then he gets on a train to this town, and then the town is really different, and he has to go kind of travel a little bit over across till he finally gets on this island, and that's where this house is, and it's run by Arthur Parnassus. And what just a nice
it was
book.
Such a sweet book, and I have to admit, I cried a lot.
I have
some of these stories were so sad, and you just felt so bad for these kids, and then after it is just so sweet, and you fall in love with all the characters except for the bad ones. But yeah,
no, it's so true. I've never been more emotional in a book than I have with this one ever. It really, really just makes you feel all the feels. It just really does. It's a really good, really happy book.
Yeah, and it really makes you think about how you perceive people as well. It really made me stop to think like it changes your perspective on a lot of things, and it just opens your eyes to a lot of things that are happening, like even in our world almost. So,
yeah, because they deal with a lot of like I was gonna say plagiarism, but that is not the word.
That is definitely not the word. More like racism.
Yeah, and like I can't think of the word exactly, but
yeah, because like there's also a tad of what is it, like things against like gays a little bit too, because Linus, he is gay.
Prejudice.
Yes,
that's the word.
Yes.
That's the word. There's a lot of prejudice and like thinking that you know things about people or like judge them based on the way that they look and stuff like that. It really makes you think about things like that differently, and that like even though you might not like the way, like they can't help who they are,
yeah, and who they love. And you really feel bad for these characters, and you kind of see their perspective on like how they're treated. And I feel like everybody should read this book so that they can have their like eyes open to these issues that is really prevalent in our world today.
Yeah, because like it's like the kids are different because they are these supernatural beings, but everybody on the island are just regular people, and the regular people that don't have powers, they think that
these kids are like monsters, but they're really just kids.
They just want to be kids.
Yeah, like they're like, as I said, Chauncey wants to be a bellhop, and Lucy, he may be the Antichrist, but he doesn't want to hurt anybody, and he loves music.
Yeah, no, it is a really, really sweet story. What was your rating, Carrie?
Oh my gosh. It was like, I think the first one I did 4 out of 5, but the second one, which was Somewhere Beyond the Sea, was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah. I gave a 4 out of 5 for House in the Cerulean Sea, and I think that was because when I first like picked it up and started reading it, and I think I did read the synopsis on that one, I was kind of almost expecting like some really big catastrophic like thing to happen. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, all of these kids have these crazy powers, but it's not that kind of story. It is just a story about family and love, and it is such a touching story. So I think like with that in mind, that was where it lost like that 1 star for me, because I was just kind of like expecting something that just never came. But then after I finished the book, I was like, that's not what that book was about. But still an amazing book.
It's definitely an amazing read, and like I would highly recommend the second one right after, because it kind of like goes like after the first one, it dives right into the second one, and like that one, like they're fighting against like all the prejudice and like everything, and it's just so crazy. And again, it's just such a touching story. And like I couldn't put it down. I listened to it, and I find that the narrator, like, even though at first I felt like I was a little kid, like, listening to a bedtime story, but, like, after, I absolutely love.
Yeah, I think I gave the second one, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, 4 out of 5 as well. Really, really solid. I did like House in the Cerulean Sea a bit better, but I think that was just because it, like, introduced the characters. In Somewhere Beyond the Sea, they end up adopting another... Yeah, they end up adopting another kid, a child, and it just like adds so much into the mix, and it's so interesting to see kind of like where they are and what they're kind of dealing with. And it's I found that one was very also like transformative, but still I cried with that one. It was just that one. I think so I cried emotional.
More. Yeah, I think I cried more in that one, and I actually loved the second one more than I did the first one. And I think it's because it's more in Arthur Parnassus's perspective.
Yes.
And like he goes through some crazy things, but I'm not going to say because it will be spoilers. So, but anyways, yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Well, Linus was my favorite character, so that's probably why I like the first one. I love Linus.
I don't know who mine would be, because I really loved like all the characters.
They all have something that's truly unique. Probably Linus and Chauncey, though. Chauncey is awesome.
Oh my god, I love Chauncey. And I also did like Lucy too, because he had some moments where like he came up with these like one-liners and you're just losing it.
I know. It's a really funny book. I really, highly recommend if you're into like fantasy or just fiction in general.
Yeah, well, like you just want like a cozy read, you know, a quick read. I definitely would recommend this one.
Yeah. All right, the next book that we're going to talk about is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This book for me was a 5-star. It's not going to stay up for us. But it was really good. It's about this witch who, at the beginning of the book, she casts a spell to bring her aunt, back to life. And in doing that, she ended up losing her magic. Now, this witch was like on track to be like one of the most powerful, like that there is. And so she ends up running an inn with her aunt, and yeah, just like you just kind of read the story as kind of it goes through. There's a few different like characters that come into the story. But yeah, Carrie, what was your rating and thoughts on that?
It was a 3 out of 5. I didn't really enjoy it that much. I don't know if I would recommend it to anybody. But you know, if you're into cozy fantasies, then this one, like, you probably should read it. But I don't know, I found that the main character was a little bit too depressing for me, and like nothing really major was going on. And I thought, because I read this one right after A House on the Cerulean Sea, and because that one just had like some major themes, you know, like people were like, they had like the prejudice and the racism, and they were dealing with that. This one, it wasn't dealing with any kind of main theme. It was just her dealing with the loss of her magic and just trying to run this in, and you know, a dead rooster's running around. And I mean, the dead rooster was probably my favorite thing because it just popped up and it was just so random. And I think towards the end of the book it got interesting, but other than that it was kind of boring.
I will say for me, I think the big theme was accepting yourself for who you are and not putting yourself all of these expectations on yourself. Because I think that was one of the biggest thing that held the main character back, Sarah, was that she didn't know what to do after she lost her magic. She was just like literally living her life day to day. And there is a fox in there as well. And she can talk, and she's her friend, and it's a witch that ended up getting trapped into a fox's body, and she's basically kind of like a stowaway there because she's trying to hide from essentially kind of like the magic society. And but yeah, I just found like it was just a really like, I really liked how Sarah had to just accept herself for who she was and know that she had value, just being her. And her losing her magic wasn't what made her special. I mean, it did make her special, but she's more than that. And I really resonated with me. And I also love foxes.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really like the fox. I found she's just
my favorite.
But then again, I listened to the audiobook, and maybe that was my mistake because I found that the narrator didn't do the voices very well.
Yeah, that's interesting because yeah, the Clemmy the fox was my favorite character.
Yeah, I like, oh my gosh, every time that Clemmy came in, she was just so annoying to me, and I was like, why are you here? Get out! I don't care about you. I think my favorite character was, I can't remember what her name was, but was the autistic girl.
Oh yes, yeah.
I can't remember what her name is, but she like. I thought that they were going to go down that rabbit hole because, like, the Magic Society, because she was a witch herself, but the Magic Society, because, like, the girl was different, didn't really want her around, which was really sad. And the brother, like, he was amazing for his sister, was trying to, you know, raise her and give her a good environment where she's loved and stuff. And when they come to this inn, like, that part was like I really enjoyed that part.
Yeah, it was really, really sweet and really nice to see because he basically put his career on hold so that he can be there for his sister. And it was a really just, I thought it was a really sweet book. That's why I gave it 5 stars.
3 out of 5. I find it kind of boring, but it had some good parts.
You'll have to let us know what your opinion was.
Yes, let us know down in the comments if you read either of these books and which ones you like best and if you would recommend them and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, because House of the Cerulean Sea, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, knocked it out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
This one didn't hit for both of us. And hey, that's all right. But I'm, curious to know what other people's thoughts are on A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping.
Yes. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next chapter. Bye!